Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well. Today our topic is Plato's theory of forms. So let's dissect this topic in complete depth. The ancient Greek philosopher Plato did a lot to change the way we think about the world, in everything from mathematics to ethics to logic. But perhaps one of his most influential contributions to philosophy was the theory of forms. In basic terms, Plato's theory of forms asserts that the physical world is not really the real world. Instead, ultimate reality exists beyond our physical world. Plato discusses this theory in a few different dialogues, including the most famous one, called The Republic. It is also likely that Plato inherited some of this theory from his mentor, Socrates. Plato's philosophy asserts that there are two realms, the physical realm and the spiritual realm. The physical realm is the material stuff we see and interact with on a daily basis. This physical realm is changing and imperfect, as we know all too well. The spiritual realm, however, exists beyond the physical realm. Plato calls this spiritual realm the realm of forms, also called the realm of ideas or realm of ideals. Plato's theory of forms asserts that the physical realm is only a shadow, or image, of the true reality of the realm of forms. So what are these forms, according to Plato? The forms are abstract, perfect, unchanging concepts or ideals that transcend time and space. They exist in the realm of forms. Even though the forms are abstract, that doesn't mean they are not real. In fact, the forms are more real than any individual physical objects. So, concepts like redness, roundness, beauty, justice, or goodness are forms, and thus they are commonly capitalized. Individual objects like a red book, a round ball, a beautiful girl, a just action, or a good person reside in the physical realm and are simply different examples of the forms. Characteristics of forms. There are several characteristics of forms, according to Plato, which distinguish them from their manifestations in the physical realm. These characteristics include forms being 1. Aspatial, 2. Atemporal, 3. Divine, 4. Intelligible but not perceptible. Humans, Plato believed, cannot ever create forms in the physical realm, even in their own minds. People can comprehend the idea of forms, however. Indeed, doing so is an important part of understanding the universe. Aspatial forms. One of the major attributes of forms is that they are aspatial. This means that they do not occupy physical space and do not necessarily have set dimensions. Taking the example of the triangle, for instance, the triangle form is a shape with three angles that add up to 180 degrees that is comprised of three lines. It has no associated size or spatial dimension. Atemporal forms. In addition to being aspatial, forms are also atemporal. They did not come into existence at a particular time, and indeed the realm of forms does not have any particular relationship to time. The form of a chair, for example, is not a new or old chair but simply the abstract version of the chairs of the physical realm. Forms are therefore unchanging and unchangeable because they lack temporality. Divine forms. Plato believed that forms are divine. Their connection to divinity is what makes forms perfect. They lack the flaws of humans and of the physical realm. They are of a higher order of existence than their physical representations. Intelligible but imperceptible forms. Forms must be intelligible, meaning that people can conceptualize them, but they are not perceptible. This means that a person who is contemplating the realm of forms can understand that realm but cannot actually perceive the forms themselves. Even the most perfect representation of a triangle, physical realm is fundamentally different from the triangle form. If you like the content, subscribe, like and share the video. Stay blessed.